So this is Sara, and I am a professional gluten-free pastry chef. I'm also a health coach, and I am a lifestyle coach as well. And I am hosting a 21-day challenge, and you can find that information on Facebook /Compelled Health, and you will find the information there. So today we are going to be talking about 4 dirty little secrets that the commercial food industry is not telling you. And so we're going to be doing a 4-part series. So it's going to be the 4 dirty little secrets that the commercial food industry is not telling you. So some people know some of these little things, but for the main part, I guess for the big pictures, a lot of people just really don't look at the details of what's going on with their with the industry. And so anyway, that's what we're going to be discussing today. I am going to ask you guys to share this video if you think there's anybody you know that might be interested in it, that could help them, be beneficial to them. And let's see here, I'm going to look over here. And I just wanted to remind everybody it's not too late to start. The challenge starts today, and it's going to be going till May 1st. And it is a 21-day challenge, and the information is on our event page. But I want to remind everybody that the first page is the part of the challenge that I would really love everybody to participate in. And the second part of the challenge is an optional part, and it has areas to do with weight loss, and it also has areas to do with food intolerance. So if you're somebody who's sick or has headaches or belly aches, or if you are living below the wellness line and you want to live above the wellness line, this challenge is to live above the wellness line, then I really suggest that you do page 2 of the challenge. Now, if you look at page 1 and you look at it and you think that's still too hard, I just want you guys to try something new. You could just choose to fast from sugar. You could just, there's one thing that you love and that's kind of ruling you, you could even just give up that one thing. The most important thing is to make a commitment for the next 21 days to join the challenge. Let us know that you've joined the challenge. If you'd like, you could even tell us what it is that you've decided that you're going to do for the next 21 days. Maybe it's not the whole program, but you're still in, you're still committed, and you still want change. And, you know, sometimes we just have to take baby steps. So I'd really rather that you took a baby step and did one portion of it rather than not do it at all. So hi Raquel, good to have you here today. And I am going to go ahead and remind everybody that also there is the Pinterest site has menu items that you can choose from. I know this is new for everybody, or a lot of people it's new, and they need some menu suggestions. So you can look on the event page. You can go, I now have a table of contents, and that table of contents is going to have where videos are, where the menus are, etc. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is 4 dirty little secrets that the commercial industry is not telling you. And so sugar is like a big white elephant in the room. Everybody sees a big white elephant, but not many people really want to talk about it. And why is that? Why don't people want to talk about this white elephant in the room? Could it be because they actually love that little squishy thing in the room? I guess it'd be the big squishy thing in the room, but perhaps that's why they don't want to talk about it. So anyway, the single largest source, I'm just going to read some of my notes. The single largest source of calories for Americans come from sugar, and specifically high fructose corn syrup. And it's a commercial industry sweetener of choice, and the reason that is because it's super cheap, and because it is also about 20% sweeter than sucrose. So a lot of people don't know. I mean, not everybody has a baby who drinks formula, but if you have a baby and you're giving them formula, you might want to take this next note, which is that most infant formula has an equivalent to about a can of soda. And so if you have a baby and you're giving them, hi Auntie Maria, if you're giving a baby infant formula and it has the equivalent of a can of soda, that amount of sugar, that's really, really high, and it's really detrimental. It could be really detrimental to babies, especially in the long term. So I think basically the food industry is really trying to get our babies and our children nice and addicted at a super young age, and so, you know, why not start while they're infants and with the formula? So you might be asking, so what's the problem with sugar? What's the problem with high fructose corn syrup? These sweeteners, when not eaten in moderation, when they're not eaten in moderation, the key there is moderation, have been linked to some of these following diseases and illnesses. And this I actually got from a site, and I'm going to share that with the group because there's about 141 items on there, way too much for me to go over with y'all. But I do want you guys to look at the list. So the first thing is, and I'm not even going to number them all. There was 141 of them, but a lot of people don't know that sugar actually suppresses the immune system. If your kids are sick, or if they're not doing well, or if there's a flu going around, really try to keep them away from sugar. Sugar literally suppresses the immune system, and the immune system, when you're putting that sugar in, it can't fight those invaders and that virus and that bacteria when it comes in. So you really want to avoid sugar when you are sick or fighting something. Everybody knows that it causes tooth decay. That's not a surprise. Obesity is on the rise. It's because of one of the reasons is the sugar consumption. It can also decrease growth hormones, and a lot of people don't know that. And it can also interfere with protein absorption, and it also can cause mineral deficiencies. And so our bodies require certain proteins and certain minerals, and when we start taking things in our body that are actually inhibiting those things from doing what they need to do, then we start having deficiencies. And whether those deficiencies are anemia, or you could have a vitamin B deficiency. There's so many different things, but you really want to put things in your body that are going to help you, your body absorb those things efficiently, rather than causing them to not absorb properly. And so with sugar, it also causes a ton of behavioral problems with both children and adults. And there's a whole bunch of research done for people with schizophrenia and who are in psychiatric wards, and the connection between sugar, it's really a huge connection. You can always look that up on your time. Right now, we're going to be looking at it more about how it's going to be dealing with us right now. But basically, almost every cell in the body can break down glucose for energy. So our body actually needs glucose, and when you consume items with glucose, it's going to go into your stream, and it's going to give you energy. Basically, all your cells are going to say yes and thank you, and they're going to go and convert it into energy. And there's different sugars, and we're going to go down that in another video. I'm going to actually talk about the different types of sugars, the glucose, the sucrose, fructose, and other alcohol sugars, etc. So for today, we're just going to be concentrating on these dirty little secrets about sugar. So a lot of people don't know, hi Dan, that our liver is what we need to be concerned with when we're eating sugar. And when we eat high levels of fructose corn syrup, it can cause a lot of damage, because unlike the fructose that is actually going to be absorbed by, the glucose that's going to be absorbed by your body and converted into energy, that sugar and that the fructose is going to go into your liver, and it's going to actually give it a sugar load, or a fructose load, if you will. So one way is that the liver uses fructose to create fat, and this process is called lipogenesis, and this builds up a non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And so yes, you can actually get fatty liver disease from eating too much sugar. That is a dirty little secret that the industry does not tell you. And what happens is that liver, when you consume too much sugar, that it will actually look and appear like a liver of somebody who's been an alcoholic. And so that is something that you really want to think about when you're, eating that sugar or giving it to your children, that they can actually develop liver problems. So I hope really that your family, if you can't do the whole challenge, our family, I've already mentioned it before, but our family is going to be I'm going to be doing the challenge separately with more than what my kids are going to be doing, but I am having them fast from sugar, and we don't eat a lot of sugar anyway, but we do have the liberty to have it in organic products and stuff once in a while, but we're just not going to have it for the next 21 days. We're also going to be fasting from wheat. It's so cute. I wanted to tell you, my son here, he'll be 15 this Saturday, but everybody knows that this challenge is about mind, body, and spirit. This is not a get skinny quick program. This is about creating abundance in your body and becoming whole, mind, body, and soul. And so part of the challenge is to have a positive outlook and to fast from being negative for 21 days. So do not be negative for 21 days. That is, is it possible? We're failing already. So to be honest with you, we want to do this challenge with that in mind, because we actually want to develop habits of being positive all the time. And so when you have 9 people in a household, and you know, in the past we've been sarcastic and we kind of laugh and we make jokes and stuff, but we're trying to really move our family away from being sarcastic, because then it becomes something that, you know, we don't know where the line is, and the kids don't learn the line. And so this is a thing you can do with your family, is to do the spirit part of the challenge also, and to be asking for if there's anybody that you're feeling bitter towards. When we are putting things in our mouth and we're feeling things in our mind, or seeing things, having emotions in our mind, and then in our heart we're having bitterness and stuff, this makes a very toxic potion in our body. So anyway, my son, it's so cute, he showed me this he made this morning. Let's see if you can read that. So it says, let me hold it one more time here. It says, be positive, and then he has all these little positive marks on it, and it says happy on it, and then he has like a happy or angry, or maybe a sad or angry face, and he has a cross through it. And then I went into the bathroom, and he actually had one posted on the mirror. He photocopied them and he put them around the house, and the one in the bathroom actually says, well, this one says be positive, but the one in the bathroom says, this one says be positive, the one in the bathroom says don't be negative, but it cut off the end, and so it says don't be vegetative. And so he said he thought he'd leave it so that the kids would remain productive. So anyway, what is the bottom line here? Okay, sugar by itself is not the enemy, okay, but what you do with that sugar can cause great pain, and it can cause great loss, okay, and it can cause a lot of doctor's bills. It could cause things to happen in your body that you could have avoided. And that's the most important thing you should remember about sugar, is that the problems that arise from eating sugar are totally avoidable. So high fructose corn syrup, on the other hand, is just pure junk. You should just, if I see a product that says high fructose corn syrup on it, I do not eat it. If we go to a restaurant, even if it's a decent restaurant, if it comes in a little package, or you know, it's Heinz or one of those things, we just don't eat it. We'll eat our food dry if we have to, but I'm not going to give my kids high fructose corn syrup. I try to avoid it at all costs. I know it's hidden in a lot of things, but high fructose corn syrup is a big, if you're going to do anything, don't eat that. 21-day challenge or not, I wouldn't eat it. So paying for less products may cost you less up front, but in the long term, definitely those medical bills could rack up. So eat products. If you're going to eat products with the fructose, try to stay within a 25 milligram marker a day. So a lot of people want to say, well, if I'm going to eat that sugar, or if I'm going to eat something that is going to, you know, potentially cause a problem later, you know, what would moderation look like? Moderation would look like about 25 milligrams a day. So, and that's fructose. That's what your body is able to handle properly. That's what your liver is able to process properly. So, hey, Vanessa. Hey, Marcella. So remember, whatever owns you is your master. Did you hear that? Whatever owns you is your master. So don't be a slave in bondage to sugar or any food. When I was about 19, I was kind of going through some stages. I broke up with a boyfriend, and I was feeling kind of out of control of my life. I was feeling like I wanted to have some power and be able to, hello, hey Vanessa, I wanted to do something where I just felt like I don't like to be a slave to anything, and especially I don't even like to be a slave to my emotions. So I was being a slave to my emotions, and the long story short is I decided, what can I do to have a little just control in my life, basically. And I decided I really liked to eat meat. I liked beef, and I liked steaks, and the tacos and all that stuff. And so I decided I'm going to do a week fast from not ground beef, but just beef in general. And that fast turned into 19 years. For 19 years, I did not eat any beef. I didn't eat any pork. And it was just something I did to empower myself, because whoever you put yourself under, whoever you owned you, basically, food can own you, okay? And this is the second bottom line is, right, like bottom line A and B is whatever is your master owns you. And so if the food that you're consuming is just, like, you can't live without it, that's called an addiction. And so right now I'm not having any green tea this month. I don't drink coffee now for over a year, but I do drink matcha tea and green tea. And caffeine affects me. I get going with it. And so it can be a motivator, but it's also not really great for your adrenal glands at all if you're consuming it too often. And so I've kind of fallen off the wagon. I was having it way too much. So I'm not drinking any of my luscious matcha green tea lattes. And I can tell you right now, I was feeling for you all today. For those people who are new to this challenge, I was feeling for you because I thought, wow, I'm actually really missing my matcha right now, and I could really use one of those tea boosts. And so I stopped right there. I said a prayer for y'all, and I said, help these people, because I know that some people might be struggling today. And so anyway, that is it. So just remember, whatever owns you is your master. Don't let sugar be your master. Remember those dirty little secrets that the industry doesn't want you to know about, that high fructose corn syrup is really never okay to eat. You should really not eat that. And sugar itself is not the enemy. It's what you do with it that is the problem. So thank you so much for joining me. If you guys have any questions, remember these are always open to questions and answers. If no one has any questions, then I guess I'll be signing out. And I hope you guys do go to the event page. It's Facebook.com/Compelled Health. And right there, you're going to be able to see one of our posts, and you'll see the link for the event. You'll go there, mark I'm going, and then you'll be in. We'll be giving away free prizes. You can, hey Lisa, you can actually join as a team. And we decided to change the rules just a little bit. If you're individuals, if you have 4 or more, you can start a team up. We will be giving away a team prize, gluten-free baked goods to you. If you are a husband and wife and you don't have a family of 4, but a husband and wife want to do the challenge, then you get to be a team and also qualify for getting a free prize. So that's about it today. Thank you all for watching, and remember, just keep on chugging ahead and trying to get to that 21-day mark. You're going to feel so much better because you did this. So thanks for watching. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.